Hi everyone, Shalom. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Today, I want to discuss something very, very crucial, very, very important. I felt that this is the right time to talk about these issues. I want to talk about today myself. I want to talk about my history. I want to talk about my story, my pain, my disappointment, my strength, and the lessons that I learned from all the things that I went through in life, because I think it is high time I speak up. I have really bottled up so many things in my heart. I try to spiritualize everything, like a lot of us do. We spiritualize everything. You know, we feel that, yes, I understand. There's nothing wrong in you believing God for healing. It's very, very good. I did that and I'm still doing that, but I feel that it's not just enough, because we are human. We are living on this earth, you know, and so there are things that we need to do to help ourselves when we go through trauma, abuse, and all kinds of things in life. Growing up as a child, I didn't have a palatable start. My start in life was not too exciting, you know, because of what I went through the first 3 years of my life. So I just want to talk about so many things, but I'm going to take it one step at a time. I won't be able to say everything in this one video. It's a lot, you know. Like I said, I was rejected by my family members growing up as a little child, because I was born at a time when there were so many things happening in our country where I was born, in Nigeria. So, and then I couldn't walk. The story is that for the first 3 years of my life, I couldn't walk. And because of that, my family members, told my mom to throw me away or abandon me, just leave me, that I'm going to cause her pain in future. Because also that the doctor said that I can't walk. I was very sick. The first 3 years of my life was not so good. But be as it may, I thank God for my mother. She's my hero. I love her so much. She refused to throw me away because she said she saw something else from what people are seeing. She saw a woman of God. She saw a vessel. She saw a great personality, despite what I was going through at that time. So anyway, when she told me that story, when I grew up and she summoned courage, it was not easy for her anyway, because she didn't tell me that story early enough. They just said to me, what I knew was that I was not able to walk. That was the first story I heard. Nobody told me what happened. It was later my mom sat me down and said, look at what happened. And believe you me, I felt so terrible and so bad. I said, why would people do this? But let's leave that. That was one of my issues in life. And then there's one particular one that I have not been able to discuss this with, people. It was just recently, you know, lately this year that I opened up. I told my husband some, and then later I discussed with my younger sister as well. So, because growing up in my primary school days, I was molested by my uncle in Lagos. I didn't really understand what he was doing to me as a child. I didn't really, because he told me what he's doing is for my good. I shouldn't tell anybody, my mother. I should keep it to myself. I should not let anybody know that he will be buying me, things. As a little child, honestly, I did not understand. You see, why I'm doing this video is because for us to correct some errors that some parents don't understand. In their innocency, they don't know what goes behind them when they are not around their children. My parents didn't know. Even as I'm doing this video, my father is late, my mother is alive. I didn't tell her. I did not tell her. So that's what I'm trying to say. It took me so many years. I'm not a little child anymore. I'm above 40, and this thing happened so many years ago, and I've been carrying it. I've been praying, asking God to, let go. One of the things that actually triggers all these things in my life is anytime I hear of a child being abused or molested, or I feel pain. It triggers a lot of things back in my memory. I go through memory lane again, what happened to me, and then I want to speak, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid that will people believe me? Won't they say she's just talking because everybody is going on that lane? You understand? So she also wants to come up with her own story. So I know how our society look at people that go through such things. They begin to look at you with one kind of eye. So I don't really want that stuff. I just keep carrying this thing, but it was really a burden. But recently also, I think it was late last year during the pandemic and all that, I had another experience when I lost my job. It really affected me also. It really affected, because the drama that led to me losing that job, uh, you know, was not good at all. Was not good. I have seen a lot in my life. I have seen a lot. So all these things troubled me. So I had to go see a counselor. I had to go see a psychologist, and I sat before her. I told her the things that has been troubling me, my pains and all that. And then, the healing started. The healing started, and I was able to open up also one or two of my family members, and the healing started gradually. And I said, okay, I keep watching myself. So why I'm doing this video is because I know that somebody somewhere has gone through what I've been through, and you feel that that's the end of life. No, it can't be. I promise you, you need to speak up, you need to open up. Talk to somebody you trust. Talk to somebody you trust, honestly. Even, there's one other issue that happened to me when I lost my dad in 1998. Oh my God. That one, it even till now, I feel somehow. Anytime I remember it, because what led to his death was carelessness of doctors in Nigeria. Carelessness. He was sick, and they took him to a hospital, and they were, giving him medications. A particular medication they were giving to him, he told them that there's a way this medication is doing in his body that he can't carry it. The doctor refused to listen. The nurses drew the attention of the doctor and said, what, this man, this medication is too much. Can't we reduce it? He said, are you people going to teach me my work? I know this work. I went to school in Germany and all that. But by end of the day, my father died. Not because that was his right time. That was what pained me most. But because of the carelessness of a doctor. And anytime I remember that, it traumatized me. It took me many years to, calm down from all those things. So it's a long thing, a lot of things. I've suffered injustice. People has lied against me, framed, I don't know how to explain it, but what I'm saying here is that it's time for me to speak up for my healing and for healing of somebody. Don't write yourself, don't remain there. You can come up in life. You can come up. You can come up in life. That's just the truth. You don't allow these things to just be there. But the truth is that in my other videos that I'm going to do, I have to explain them in details, how it happened. Is it bullying? I suffered bullying in my primary school as well. I suffered bullying. So when I heard the story of Sylvester, the recent boy that died in Nigeria, how he was bullied and beaten, and they gave him chemical to drink, and this boy died eventually. That thing caused me pain. I weep. I weep anytime I hear, especially for a child being abused, bullied, or something, maltreated. It rings a bell in my spirit. So why I'm doing this video is that I want to help somebody and as well help myself. It's part of process of my healing. So please stay with me. I will come back with the other videos to really explain in details what transpired in the first 3 years of my life, what transpired, how I was molested, by my uncle, how I suffered bullying in school, the pains and disappointment, the lessons that I learned, the healing that God has helped me up on this time of my life is getting better and better, especially now that I spoke to people, I spoke to people. It's much more better. It's much more better. And because also that I'm, studying the word of God, reading the word of God, it's powerful. It's all these things combined together will bring you a perfect healing by end of the day. So that's just what I want to start, this season. I want you to stay tuned with me because I know that you will be blessed by end of it. So please help me, share this video. Let's come together. Let's talk about this. It's high time we start discussing this, and we cannot, remain in shame, or fear. And this will also help parents to understand what they need. I will tell you a lot of things, I just want to, this is like an introduction. So bye for now. God bless you. See you soon in the next video.